individuals or groups directly. Therefore, we refer them to key partners like the Women's Bureau, NEDI, NYSS, and the like. And upon receiving these proposals, it is then reviewed at our end here at the Program Management Unit together with the coordinator. And thereafter, we do, give a summary of those proposals we deem to be, relevant, worth actually looking into, and then prepare, a schedule for the program steering committee. That's the board, and that's where these ones are made actually. These proposals are then tabled at the PSC, and some are approved, some are not.
So these are the things that we mainly look for. It has to target the women or the youth. It has to be for employment creation. And one key thing that we also look for is sustainability. We don't want to create the employment today, tomorrow you are gone with or without GAM jobs. What we want is once we start you up to gain employment, we want you to continue so that it is sustained. So we look at all these things within the project to identify that before approval is given for any project.
First of all, we went on a study tour in the sub-region to learn best practices from our colleagues in the sub-region in labor-intensive technologies and also waste management technologies. In this regard, we went with our partners on a study tour to Benin and also to Burkina Faso. That was followed by working with the National Youth Service Scheme in the recruitment of some youths who will participate in these two components. 60 youths were recruited for this first phase of the project with the help of the National Youth Service Schemes. And those youths consist of 55 young men and 5 young women. And they were trained, a group was trained on the waste management component, and another group was trained on the labor-intensive technologies.
There were 4 components, the IT department, the electrical installation, the construction, and also 2 classroom blocks, so for expansion. So those were the 4 areas that were sponsored.
We were selected to run this course. We were in a position to, nonetheless, we had the lecturers, the skill lecture, but we didn't have some of these resources. So they went the extra mile to provide those resources through GAM jobs. We had 30 brand new computers. We had 2 photocopiers, 2 printers, 3 laptops. We had textbooks in SkillWorks.
We were having between 7 and 13. And with the intervention of GAM jobs, we have a lab that have 27 computers and fully equipped with all the necessary things, and then fully air conditioned as well.
When we came to the actual agreement with GAM jobs, it limited everything to capacity building equipment, not fees for students. So we had a lot of students who were not going to school, who had no skills. Some of them are from Arabic schools, and we still maintained them on board. The fact that we had the equipment that they could use. So in the end of that first batch, we had about 30 students who have graduated, and we were able to expose them to industry. They've built mosques, they've painted many houses around, and thank God, most of them we meet in the streets, they are engaged in something.
Construction required more tools than any other area, and this was an area that was really ill-equipped. We just had to, manage with the little resources, and the resources we had, or the equipment that we had in that area, was really very small. But thanks to the intervention of GAM jobs, really, today we can boast of having a well-equipped construction department that have all the things. When I mean all the things, including even the boots when students come for practicals, the boots, the overalls, not talking of the other materials.
We succeeded tapping twice money from GAM jobs, and mainly it was buying tools for the workshops, tools for Bakau here, which is the headquarters, and we have an expansion program which is in Kerawan, North Bank region. Also supported to buy part of the tools to start that skill training in Kerawan. Then the second time was we have a block called JA block, which students were using classrooms, and it was all falling apart. We applied for funds to refurbish that place, which also helped the organization because it cut down cost for us. The space we had was limited. That block was refurbished. It got the afternoon shift because everybody was able to come in the morning.
After training the youths in their different skills areas, they must be employed or set up their own businesses. And this is a process that will continue after even the life of this project. So having that challenge, we felt that it is in line with GAMJob's operations and intervention in this country. So we developed a proposal and submitted it to them. And fortunately, it was funded, and that is how the job center was established. It's a sort of an intermediary recruitment center for youths who are seeking for jobs in different fields of their qualification. Now, you will come, we do the advertisement over the air, on the multimedia, and you will come pick up a form that you will pay $25 for. That is the only cost involved in this. You fill it with all the details. Now we assess you with the staff that we have there. We assess you, and if you are up to standard, we write to institutions and individuals who are seeking for staffs. And that is how the youths, that is the services that the job center is providing for the youths in this country.
In 2009, we submitted another proposal to GAMJobs for the support of 200 young people in technical skills. And this formed the 10th intake of the NYSS, which is 200 young people. They are now engaged in their skills training program, and the training will end in July 2011. We're trying to also think outside the box by engaging other microfinance institutions through an MOU. For example, we signed an MOU with GAMJobs, with Social Development Fund, with Ajib Bank, and with a view to provide support in terms of credit to loan to NYSS for onwards lending to these young people who want to start their own businesses.
Business bu ndaw la woon. Waaw, table laa daan teg, table bu ndaw. Di jaay cigarette, di jaay maj, di jaay minti. From foofu ma jógee fa dem bi bitik bu mag nekk fa. So through loolu ma ndimbal from GAMJobs ñëw abal ma xaalis $50,000.
Because the threshold for an individual is $50,000. That's the threshold for an individual. Out of the $50,000, $37,500 will be goods of your choice. Now the $12,500 will take $10,000 cash and give it to you for you to buy other things that Nedi may not able to buy. Like the $12,500 will be deposited in your bank account, and you go with that account because we give you 2-month grace period. And during this 2-month grace period, we'll advise you not to touch that money, but instead you use your working capital and the goods that you have. But another interesting thing, after all that, Nedi will take up the responsibility to transport the good from the point of buy to your shop, regardless of where you are, free of charge for you.
If you create a destination where visitors come and enjoy, then it should also be a destination where people who are living in that destination will also enjoy living in. And GAMJobs have done a wonderful job in helping us do that. Very soon we'll be training a group of youth to go into the community. It's their community, it's their history, it's their culture, their parents know it, to come and provide that type of service to the communities. And GAMJobs thanks to GAM Jobs, we have the funds to do so.